You don't like what the country is about, you don't like the vibe and whatever, why don't you go to another country?
All right, we're checking out Tom MacDonald's new song, America. Let's get into it.
Lately, USA is getting scarier. Half of the Americans I see all hate America. They hate the cops doing their best to take care of us and kneel for the flag and salt the soldiers that we're burying. I'm tired of the pissing and complaining. Why you living in America if all you do is hate it? You think it's brave to take a stand against the nation? Real bravery is dying for the right so you can say it. Dear America, what happened to Americans? Apparently no one's aware or cares that it's embarrassing. It's arrogance. Our greatest enemy was always slavery and terrorists, and now it's people in the country trying to burn the heritage. I can't help it.
Ooh.
I'm tired of people pissing and complaining. That right there for me, just that sums up my whole attitude right now. I am so sick of all the woke stuff.
Right? So sick of it.
That's why on our other channel we make videos about the woke stuff. And honestly, I'm already sick of making videos about it because I'm sick of the topic in general. Every time I watch a woke video, I just want to turn it off. I'm like, no, I need to watch this. We need to make videos about this. We need to talk about this, but I'm so sick of it. It's not even funny.
It feels almost like common sense.
Right.
You know, like because it's like the fact that you can complain is the first step. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, things might not be as perfect as you want them to be, but it's like the fact that you can even do that on a public platform. We were in Thailand, and they were literally terrified to say anything about the royal palace. Or
they told us don't say anything
about the royals. They told us don't even say anything because people disappear, and that was it. And you're not allowed at all, period, online, in person, nothing. And it's like the fact that people can complain about things they don't like about society is a step in the right direction.
You can say F Trump for 4 years.
Right.
No consequences.
Right. It's like, that is amazing. But people just want to act like, oh, it's so bad.
Slavery and terrorists, and now it's people in the country trying to burn the heritage. I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or liberals, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't let it leave, we will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech, we protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America, does anybody know?
That's what you were just saying. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect the flag.
Yeah. I mean, it's like so wild to me because it's like if you don't like what the country is about, you don't like the vibe and whatever, why don't you go to another country? Like, it's literally not hard. Why do you want to change what's here versus go over there where it's already what you like?
Do they like it, though?
No.
I think they like causing problems. Like I said, it's not Republicans or liberals or Democrats, whatever you said, it's mental illness. It is.
True.
But I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I think mental illness is more prevalent on the left. I'm pretty sure that's a fact. I will fact check myself before we upload this video, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild because it's like, it's just like they complain so much. I mean, everything he's saying, as usual, everything he's saying is like fact. I feel that it is a little more serious though. Yeah. Like it's a little bit more like, he's talking about soldiers. And it's like people literally modern day are so worried about identifying as, literally when I was getting my Glock for my birthday yesterday, it was like, are you male, female, or non-binary? And I was just like, the fact that this is, okay, on one hand, it's like, well, at least we have the freedom that this, you know what I'm saying? At least the freedom is there. It's like, a sign that they...
If you check off the non-binary box, you probably shouldn't be buying a Glock.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably should go to therapy.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. I guess the freedom is there, so we should celebrate that. But then the fact that it is there, like, that is what we're doing with our freedom is a little bit alarming because all these other countries are like watching us.
So free, we created 50 genders.
Right. And it's like, literally, it's like, I'm sure like the freaking history of the world is very like violent and ruthless. So the other countries in the world, if they watch America just fall into shambles, it's like they're gonna know all our weaknesses. Like, I don't know.
I'll help you pack your bags. America, Does anybody know what the hell happened to the Patriots? Lately, this nation is so ashamed and hating itself. Did everyone forget that people died to pay for this? Ungratefulness, United States gave everything to you just to help. I just want to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family. I don't need your help to understand it was a tragedy. Can I just be thankful for my country eating happily without you trying to guilt me for the genocide and casualties? I can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't black or white, it's conflict designed by the system. I don't need your pronouns, all I see is men and women. Kids are taking pills for fun while people can't afford prescriptions.
Okay, that whole Thanksgiving bit.
Yeah.
I am so tired of hearing the phrase specifically, America was founded on genocide and slavery. I'm so tired of it. You know what I mean? That's what people did back in the day. They fought, they conquered each other. They did heinous things. That was just
everywhere in the world.
That was the standard of the time. Like, morals kind of evolve as civilization evolves.
Right.
Like, the whole world was enslaving each other.
Right, and, I mean, morals in a way are arbitrary because if you look at other countries, they'll say completely opposite things that we say are good and right and wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's really like, you know, this is a very delicate place we are in right now. Very delicate.
It's basically like saying America was founded by conquerors, but you're saying it in the reverse, the negative way. Right. You know what I mean? Like, back then, people who conquered, those were the successful people. Like, that was it.
Modern day, the people who, I mean, that's just, it is what it is. Like, the people, the leaders of the world are the countries that conquered.
Right.
You know, and it's like, it might not be perfect. It might not, you know what I mean? There might be things that you don't like that are uncomfortable, but also, isn't that human nature?
Right.
Isn't that a part of what you sign up to do, being human?
It's like slaves were Africans who were conquered by other Africans.
Right, exactly.
That's how
but you can't talk about that.
The Native Americans were killing each other and warring with each other.
Yeah, can't talk about that.
Need your pronouns, all I see is men and women. Kids are taking pills for fun while people can't afford prescriptions. If you don't like it, go. Hate it, then don't call it home. We don't need no violence, got no time for all you radicals. Screw your status quo, we're not animals. I won't kneel for the anthem, cause the flag is what I'm standing for. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you back your bags. America, you can hate the government and still love the country. The fundamental values of America are concrete. Republicans and liberals are dumb, to put it bluntly. They're labels that they use to create chaos and corruption. You can know the history and still be proud of where you're from. Every flag around the world is covered in a little blood. We started out United States divided is what we've become. If home is where the heart is, you should show America some love. In America,
I got goosebumps.
Okay.
Ooh, I got goosebumps on the back of my head.
That part slapped.
Woo.
Okay, what gave you goosebumps?
Preaching. Because it's like you can hate the government, you can disagree. Every flag has blood. Like everything he just said in that little segment was so like piercingly honest.
Right. You can know your history and still be proud of your country.
Right. Facts.
It's like if you were alive in the 1600s, 1700s, you'd probably be doing some heinous things too.
Right.
Like survival was different back then.
Right. I mean, it's just like it's like, I think that applies to all the different ways they're trying to divide people modern day, you know? They're trying to make people ashamed of your history, but also ashamed of where you are at as a race right now. You know, they're trying to make people ashamed of their biological gender, but also ashamed to, you know what I mean? It's just like transition or whatever. It's just like literally, they're just like trying to make people constantly feel like they have to choose, and choosing is always going to be a bad choice because I feel like most people fall somewhere in the middle of things, you know what I mean? Like somewhere in the sort of decency, humanity, common sense place.
And then the whole bit about Republicans and Democrats, labels they use to make us fight each other. I mean, it really does seem like it's a uniparty.
It really
and they're kind of working together and creating these battles just to keep us involved and looking at the battle so we don't see all the corruption.
Right. It really does. You know, it's very confusing too, because it's like even within each party you have some people who really believe the stuff they're telling you and other people who are literally doing it for money.
Right.
So it's like within each party you even have these
and it's hard to tell sometimes unless it's just really obvious, but it's hard to tell who really is about it, who believes it, and who's just using it as a political grift. Right.
It's really,
Just show America some love. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you die.
See, that's
I don't think it's over.
It's not over. Ooh.
I still got 10 seconds.
That was interesting. That was, I think, a little bit more, I don't even know what you would call it. I wouldn't say partisan, but I would say it was a little bit more like, he was clear. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't joking. It wasn't silly. It was like, this is the message. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of
I still think he's not super partisan.
I don't think so. But a lot of people say, oh, it's a big troll. Like, you know, most of the time, Tom's just joking about, you know, whether, like, this is even, like, real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be like, he's just trolling. And I'm like, I don't think so. But when people are joking, sometimes modern day, it's like, dang, are they trolling or not?
Right.
But this song, to me, was very, like, very clear. And he made a lot of good points.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to put on the uniform, you better not be acting like a goofball. You know what I'm saying? And the joke's going to be on you.
I feel like he kicked it up a notch.
Right.
He had the flag there. He was talking about soldiers. Like, I feel like he's talking about the very, like, core things that kind of make Americans feel united. You know? And it's wild because it's like we really are such a mixing pot that, like, we were just talking about this the other day. It's amazing that, like, we can coexist as much as we do modern day.
Right.
Like, literally, we were just
so
walking.
Many people in these populated areas.
Yeah, it's like we were just walking our dogs, and it's like, we don't know our neighbors. I mean, they have their kids out there playing on the playground. It's like you literally can walk past somebody of a totally different culture's kid 10 feet away from you. And it's like, you're pretty safe. Like, they're pretty confident their kid's safe, and you're confident they're not, you know what I mean? That's actually pretty amazing. If you think about the course of human history and just people that look alike and speak a slightly different dialect, and they live slightly, you know, very, very close together. Same country, just different areas. It's like they're killing each other. They can't coexist.
Right.
So the fact that we can, like, be such different heritage and, like, basically exist and converse and stuff, even if you don't agree, I think that's amazing.
When we lived in Miami, we lived next to people we could not talk to.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, true. In
but
America,
we could coexist.
Yeah, you can live. There was literally Italian, Russian, like Cuban, and like a lot of people didn't speak English at all. And you can literally live next door. And you're pretty confident you're not going to be violated. They're not going to be violated. That's just like...
So you're really thinking about positive things about America, things to be grateful for, reasons to love your country. A lot of people don't think about those things. They literally just try to find problems.
But it's, I mean, you're right.
That's like all they do.
It's just annoying because it's like that is how you get a more tyrannical government where you give them your power because you're so scared. You're so scared you're going to lose your rights. You give them your rights and then they're going to have a hard time giving it back. You're going to have to fight for it back. And I feel like that's how you make it. Like that's how you make for less freedom.
Yeah, if you're even going to be able to get them back.
Yeah, modern day. They have so much technology.
Yeah, that would be tough.
But see, the problem that I think is that, like, with technology, we're kind of like, we're like one with the algorithm. Like, they can predict so much about our behaviors and stuff to where, like, if they get a kid at 2 years old playing on an iPad, getting brainwashed, then it's like, does that kid ever get the, like, mental clarity to think for themselves? If you're not taught how to do it in school and you're brainwashed by all the, you know, stuff you're taking in, does that kid ever become self-sufficient?
I mean, it would definitely be an uphill battle, for sure.
You know, and then if you get enough people, if you get the majority of people to be like critically thoughtless, then
critically thoughtless. That's funny.
Shoot, get enough people to be like that, then you won't have to fight them. They'll fight themselves.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. We to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't know.